Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a read with me, and if you have never seen one of these videos before, it's basically where I share my top takeaways from a book as I am decorating my planner. This month's book is I Will Teach You How to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi, and I'm going to give you my top 6 takeaways. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is my Happy Notes notebook. If you haven't seen it before, basically in the inside it just has a bunch of graph paper, and the very first page is the books that I want to read. I believe that I set this up with you guys, so if I find it I will link the video above, and every time I finish reading a book I will just mark it off in red, and I will usually add the date that I completed the book. The last read with me was The One Thing, so I will link that video above also, and I am going to show you now the sticker set that we're going to be using for this particular spread. I Will Teach You How to Be Rich. I have 4 quote stickers and then also 3 icons. If you are a Patreon subscriber, you will get this sticker set for the month of May along with 5 other sticker sets. And every book that I decide to read, I will always create a sticker set and send it out to my Patreon subscribers every single month. And if you want to join us over on Patreon and become a part of the Time Squad, the link will be in the description box. For this month, I decided to use the calendar extension pack in order to do this particular read with me. And that's because I feel like sometimes the blank pages are a little too overwhelming. I felt like that when I did The One Thing, and I realized I really do like the structure of the boxes. And I also have a lot of quotes, and I feel like they will help me with the decoration of the spread if I'm able to put them in the boxes. So we're going to use the calendar extension pack in order to decorate this particular spread. One thing that I do like about using the calendar extension pack is that I'm able to mark down the exact date of the week that I finished that particular book. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just laying down the stickers, kind of let myself know that it took me until basically May 19th to finish this particular book. So let's jump into the tips that I've learned from this book. The first thing that I learned is that he really believes in optimizing your credit cards. This means setting up your credit cards the right way and learning how to improve your credit score. He is really big on using credit cards to your advantage, and this was a scary concept in the beginning to me because I had just finished reading Dave Ramsey's book where debt is dumb. But a lot of times we use the defensive side instead of the offensive side, and that's kind of how he explained using credit cards in an intelligent way. If you are intelligent with the way that you do it, you really can do it well. The second tip that I learned is how to beat the banks. Setting up your bank account correctly, getting a good checking account, one that doesn't eat you alive with fees and pays you a little bit of interest. He also talks about setting up an automatic saving plan that helps you put money into your savings account. I love that he went into this topic because most people don't talk about banks and how they are taking advantage of us, or the fees, or the different things that we could possibly do to avoid them. So I really did love this concept, and I love the fact that he goes into specifics as far as what bank he recommends that you go with. The third thing that he talks about is getting ready to invest in. He talks about opening up a 401k, an investment account, or Roth IRA. He really does talk about all of those different things, and he mentions how a lot of financial gurus don't talk about it and how we definitely should. So I agreed with him 110% on this as far as learning different ways to make money. And so that kind of inspired my last video, which was 7 ways to make more money. If you haven't seen that one, I will link it above and in the description box below. Tip number 4 is to be focused on conscious spending, and it's figuring out how much money you're spending and what you do with your money. He also goes into a really great tip where he's talking about the difference between frugal and cheap, and I did an entire video on that one also, and I will link it above. But it was a great concept, kind of put you in perspective of what frugality actually is. So now I'm about to take a moment and just write the best quote that I believe was from the book. And it basically says that the single most important factor to getting rich is not being the smartest person in the room, but actually getting started. And I couldn't agree more with this statement. I thought it was so powerful when I read it that I knew I had to write it down. Takeaway number 5 is to save while sleeping. He does a lot of talking about automating your infrastructure so that your accounts flow together nicely and you don't have to spend a whole bunch of time working on your money. You just kind of let it do its thing and it's all automated. And the last tip is to learn investing. It's learning about why investing is not just about picking stocks, and there are many other investments out there. He kind of outlines them all in a book, and I think it is a great read. I believe it's chapter 7 where he dedicates and shows you exactly his setup and what he recommends. So is this book worth reading? It definitely is. I believe this book is a great read, especially for the young person or the new person that is trying to get their finances back on track. This book would be a perfect graduation gift for any college student who need to learn about the basics of finance. Now, this book definitely changed the way that I view teaching personal finance, and I hope that if you decide to read it, you will let me know how you feel the concepts have helped you. Until next time, y'all let me know if y'all have any books that I need to add to this list that we should discuss in the future, but I will definitely let y'all know what June's book is very soon over on Instagram, so make sure that you are following me over there. Until next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.